Mackems, we're back on the show. Talking Sunderland and everything you know. Conrad's got the numbers, proper stats machine. Mike's optimistic, living out the Mackem dream. Bowers keeps it steady, cool and level-headed. Wayne's already moaning, man, I'm shattered, I need my bed. Baby, are you ready to go? Let's get carried away, man, let's steal the show. Midweek Mackems every Wednesday night. Veterans, passion in the red and white.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Midweek Mackems, coming to you live from Black Cats TV, Only Fools in SAFC, and Michael Bowers 541. So wherever you're looking from, wherever you're tuning in from, welcome, join in the chat, hit the like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. Let's get that out of the way first. Hi Wayne, how you doing?
Didn't mention Wayne's OnlyFans. I'm disappointed.
And breathe. That's later on. That's at the end. I'm very good.
That's after the watershed.
Basically, we figured out why Wayne always wants. We figured out why Wayne always wants to be off past 10 o'clock, and it's for spicier reasons than you might think.
Don't give me secrets away. Do you mean? I'm very well. I'm very well. All good. Looking forward to this as always. It's always good to catch up with you, three lovely gentlemen, and a lot to talk about. So, how are you, Mike?
And super on brand tonight, Wayne.
I'm
Super
on brand. I'm on brand.
How awesome is that gear that Wayne's got on, guys? You need to hit up his channel if you want to get your hands on some of that soon. Michael Bowers, how are you doing?
I am doing very good. I've just had a decent day's graft at work, and obviously I'm back here to talk with you lovely legends about Sunderland, which is going to be pretty good. So, and in the group chat, Mike is sort of starting to convert me to being the delusional optimist now. So,
really?
There we go. He's actually it's starting to have an effect. All I'll say is I was looking through the Premier League table right now and going, they've got problems, they've got problems, they've got problems, they've got problems. Things aren't rosy there. And I'm going, oh no, I've hung around Mike in the group chat for far too long.
It's like misery or Nightingale syndrome. I just wear you down, just don't leave you alone until you've come to my way of thinking.
Mind you, the one
Just
thing
like
I will
Conrad.
say, mind you quickly, the one thing I will say, have you seen what kit we're going to wear on Saturday? The black kit we haven't scored in yet.
Yeah.
Is it the black kit? Is that confirmed?
Yeah,
I thought it would be too dark.
Sunderland pretty much put back into the capital we go, and it's got the yellow and black sort of colours around it, which basically means we're wearing the third kit.
Right. Okay. So now I've got to make a third thumbnail now, Conrad.
I was like, it'd be red and
change
white.
the spot prediction as well.
Yeah, I was like, it's red and white because we can't wear blue because of the white shorts clash. It'll be that one because the black's too close, but apparently not.
Might be
There
a
we go.
mixture.
There we go. Anyway, how are you doing, Conrad? Sorry, we've not even got through the introductions yet.
Doing all right, Mike. Thank you. Even better if I could have one of those beautiful jackets that Wayne's wearing.
You can have
That's
one.
it.
You can have one.
I'm gonna have one. Thank you. I just was
said-
nicely.
All he sent me was the pausing pouch with his logo on the front. I don't know what he expects me to do with that, but you know.
That's the only
Let's not
fans
go any
that
further
win
into that.
It is the black kit on there. It is the black kit they've just put up next, and like you say, it's in the black kit with the sort of orangey yellow thing. So yeah, we're losing.
Can we get rid of
Pretty
that
much,
black
yeah.
kit?
And
No,
that
I
was
like
1-0
the
West
black
Ham.
kit. I like the black kit.
I like it as a
it's
training
one-
topic. When
it's
they're
one
time they're
player.
playing it, they lose.
I was going to say I like it, but I don't like the results when we've won that kit. Actually, Palace and Brighton 0-0s were all right, but like I said, we never scored in it. Yes.
Anyway, let's talk about the last game because it's actually nice too for a change over the last 5. You know, at least we can talk about a good thing. Yeah. So, what did you think of the lineup when it first came out? I suppose is the first question, Conrad.
Yeah, well, when it first came out, there was that initial pop into our heads that I imagine we were like, a back 5 at home against Crystal
That's
Palace.
Exactly what I thought. That's what Google thought. That's what it had as the formation on Google.
It was weird because it's the way they also put the lineup as Hume was first after Roofs and then Mukiele. So it was in order of if they were doing a back 5 previously. But when me and Wayne went down to sort of do our little bit for his vlog and sort of had a look at when they were training, we could clearly see now this is a back 4. Hume's training with the midfielders and sort of operating in that sort of pocket of space where him and Nordy can rotate and one of them bombs forward and one of them comes back. So we saw it a bit against Brentford, but it didn't really work because we were just getting overrun and sort of flooded forward. Whereas in this game, when we knew we were going to have more possession, it sort of worked to our favour that one of them was able to go while the other one sort of stayed in and rested. It was quite a good system, actually. This sort of fluidity of the way that Sunderland play is really actually quite interesting, that teams haven't been able to work us out, because people are like, oh, it's a 4-5-1, it's 4-3-3. At times it can be whatever we need it to be. It really does sort of, I think, baffle a lot of teams at the moment.
Yeah. Similar thoughts for you, Wayne, when you saw the lineup come out, and were you happy to have like Reynildo and Siddiqui back in the squad?
Oh, they had to come straight back in, didn't they? I mean, we saw the difference Siddiqui made when he came in against Everton. Massive difference, and just to have Reynildo back in as well. I mean, Certain's done all right there. Not to be fair, but he's need Reynildo and just gives that extra balance, and he's good going forward as well, and he can defend a little bit, which always helps. But when I saw Hume play, I thought I might have liked Mienda to be in the team, because Mienda did well against City, and he gives us a little bit more base on the right-hand side. But to be fair, it kind of turned out well. And when the game kind of started, I think, we didn't know what sort of formation we played, because Nordy seemed to be all over the place. He was centre forward, he was left back, he was right back. But all in all, it was a good team selection and improved right in the end. But that's Conrad said, it kind of helped our fluidity, because Hume can add that defensive cover when we need it. We can drop back into that 5. So it was all good. Good selection, and well done by Mr. Lebris.
Yep, excellent. What did you think when you saw the lineup come out, Michael?
I wasn't so much thinking about being negative, thinking that, oh God, we're playing a back 5 with Hunter Palace, because I think Regis has kind of earned my trust, really, that there's not everything I do agree with him on. I still think his substitutions is the thing that does wind me up about him a little bit. But in terms of team selections, he clearly thinks through, or either he or someone on his coaching staff thinks through the opposition, thinks through how can we best suit this particular match, how can we best get the best result out of the game as possible. So I did wonder if we were playing, what was it, would have been Mukiele, Ballard, Alderete pretty much in the back 3 if it was a back 5. But I would imagine that towards the latter stages of the game, it probably would have been a back 5. But to start with, I thought it wouldn't surprise me if Hume was that sort of right-sided wide player. But, which kind of begs the question, because Adingra didn't start, did he?
Nope.
Which kind of makes me wonder, is he going to be thrown back into the cold a little bit because of players? Well, obviously Traore's injured now; he's not going to be back for a few weeks. But it makes me wonder: would Lebris rather play Hume on the right wing than Simon Adingra? Which is an interesting question. But no, the lineup didn't bother me as much, because in the end it worked.
Well, Adingra's got a Real Madrid, didn't he? Apparently.
Aye, well, if anybody wants to give
us
then go for it.
Dear me, unreal.
Do you know the thing?
I hope that's true, but then his agent needs knighting.
You will agree with this, actually. I think the one thing I've noticed since we've gone up to the Premier League, the amount of BS stories that you constantly get from being a Premier League club goes up tenfold. I bet you out of every 50 articles that I would read on Sunderland's supposed Sunderland transfer targets, about 47% of them are bollocks.
That's how me and Mike make money in videos, really.
Yeah. We relay the bollocks.
Yeah, we're just like, this person said this bullshit. This person said this bullshit.
Well, we should do a segment, and Mike could just go, today's episode of calling out the bullshit reporters and nonsense stories.
That's what it is.
30 minutes in, Jeremy Pino scores.
Very good. I'm impressed with your pronouncing of that one. Very good.
Do you know, all I can hear is the naked deaf guy from Family Guy saying Jeremy. Right.
However you get it right.
Scores 30 minutes in. I mean, at that point, I thought, no, we can't lose our record at the Stadium of Light to these. Do you think that gave us the shove we needed, Wayne?
Well, I think it was pretty much an even game up until that point. I mean, the goal kind of came from now when it was across in the box, and Roos kind of pushed it out. And I don't even think it was a definite shot. He was trying to help it back towards the goal, and it went in the top corner. But as always, when we're going to goal down, it seems to give us a kick up the arse, and we start playing. But that's the frustrating thing, that we take to go behind before we actually start playing. But I was impressed with Palace, to be fair. I thought they started the game quite well, because, despite the troubles despite the troubles that they've had, with Gehi and Glasner and what have you, and the team selection, but I thought they did all right. I was impressed with how they played and how they approached the game. So I thought when they won 1-0 up, I thought we were in for a long afternoon. As it happens, we got back in the game quickly, but like you say, when they scored you, I was feeling the worst. And Palace is a type of a team that will take your unbeaten record of that type of side. They know that they are, despite the troubles they've had, they are still a really good team. You know, they've got some good players still. Matete, Wharton, you know, Pino is a good player as well. So, all in all, we did well to come back in the game, but of course, when they score first, you're always worried, didn't you?
Yeah. It seems to be a trend, Conrad. Teams scoring against us before we actually wake up and do something. Is that an issue?
No, because we seem to get most of our points from that sort of position, really, don't we? So. No, it's a bit annoying as a Sunderland fan. I mean, I think I put an image on here. Where is it there? Earned the most. Well, I love the picture with it as well. But we've earned the most points from falling behind this campaign with 16 points recovered from losing position. So was that half?
Awesome.
Half?
That shows heart in a team, doesn't it? That shows a lot of heart.
Our points are doing that. So it's annoying. Of course, you don't want to concede, and I'm a bit like Wayne. I thought he was just trying to sort of force it goalwards. It just so happened that he forced it right into the top corner where nobody could reach it. Little bit, could Roofs have punched it away a bit better? Like, you know, he had a couple like that in the first half, but you can't really moan at him for all the points he saved us and progressed us in the FA Cup this season as well. So it's one of them that you sort of go, all right, okay, well, we didn't win the first ball, we didn't win the second, and it ended up in the back of the net. But just about the formation again, because the formation is what helped us score, in the fact that we were playing our triangles in the midfield. We finally got a bit of space and we sucked them in, and it meant there was an acre of space for Nordy to get down that right-hand side, because Palace play with a back three, and for the first 30 minutes, our front three were doing absolutely nothing because they were just man for man. No one could do anything. And in the midfield, Siddiqui wasn't being as effective, probably because he was being nullified by Wharton and Hughes, really, sort of not giving him a moment's notice with it. We couldn't really get going. And then when we finally got that killer ball through to Nordy, Richards, I think, got pulled out, or Lerma got pulled out. Robbie did so well to leave it if he did get a shout from Enzo, and Enzo just slots it in. You know, we've always said, Wayne, haven't we? We've always said...
Enzo on the fear, on the fucking clear.
We've always said that, so, we've always said that. So, you know, it was just that moment really did sort of help us in getting back into the game anyway.
It would have been if you played the show we did right after Brentford, though.
Yeah. I've saved it if he does it again.
Right, so Wayne, who's it? Are you annoyed about who took the Panenka penalty? Enzo Lafay, fucking.
Now, what is? I keep honestly the shit I've had for Lafay. I've never once said I didn't rate him. I just said it in my opinion. He's not in our strongest 11. That's all I said. I didn't say he's not a good player. He is a good player. He's a good squad player. Just like, never mind. It is what it is.
He's becoming a regular goal scorer, essentially, Michael. So do you think he's forcing his way into the starting 11 for you? Does Diarra come in and push him straight out, or does he keep his place?
Well, I like the fact we're having this conversation and not going, well, if he doesn't start, we're fucked. You know, instead of saying that, we're actually going, yeah, you know what? There's actually some canny options. For me, I don't think you drop Lafay at the minute. And that even might include, I don't even think we'd put Diarra straight back into the fold anyway. I think you've got to earn, and it's not through a fault of his because he's been injured, but you've got to try and earn the Robbie has won 8 of those points too. I like that. But yeah, I think Lafay stays in the team for me. So I think even on Saturday at West Ham, unless we get any injuries we don't know about in training this week, I would go Xhaka, Siddiqui, Lafay for me any day of the week. And I think, but even if he's not starting Diarra, you know, even if Diarra doesn't start, what an option. And it's the same with Lafay, to be honest. What an option to bring off the bench, though. And it comes back to the Premier League's all about your depth as well as your starting 11. And that was the only thing that really kind of was sort of a bit worrying about AFCON, which was not so much starting 11, because I think we had a starting 11 to get through a number of games, but you could tell by Brentford, for example, we were knackered because we didn't have the depth to make the changes that a lot of teams would have ended up having. And actually, you know, when you talked about the losing position stats, this is how I wanted to depress myself to look at this. In our last Premier League season under Dower bastard, David Moyes, when we got relegated, if I'm right, I calculate, I try to think how many points we got from losing positions that season. Can anybody guess?
None.
None, probably. 3.
No, there was a few.
3 from Bournemouth, because that was our first win of the season. And then our other one, we beat Hull 3-0. We beat Leicester 2-1. We beat Hull 2-0 away again. We didn't get how many
Let's see
points
if Conrad knows this. I'll be very impressed if he gets the right number.
I'm not going to know the draws, but I know we definitely have at least 3 from Bournemouth where we went 1-0 down and then we've won because it was our first win of the season where Anichebe rolled his defender and smashed it in the top corner and then Defoe.
Can you tweet something like?
Yeah, that one. And he had the white seatbelt kit on as well. So I'm going to say about 5.
You're 1 off. We got 6.
6. Okay.
For what it's worth,
I was going to say 6.
The 3 draws I'm thinking of. We drew 1-1. We drew 1-1 against West Brom. You remember
West Ham at home.
Yes, that was the one when Carsley scored and we were going, "Are you watching David Moyes?"
Yeah,
so there was those 2, and there was Liverpool at home. We were behind twice, and we scored 2 penalties.
That's right. Yeah.
So even I was going, "What, that many?" It was 6 points from losing positions. So the fact we nearly tripled the points we've recovered from losing positions this season already. And we're barely just over halfway through. Is quite depressing on how shit that season was. But it's like the never say die thing, isn't it? If you're always in a game, then you know, and 9 times out of 10, we don't tend to get beaten comfortably, do we? We're always within a game, so that's always a good thing to have.
I'm still giving full credit to the marketing team at Sunderland because ever since they put in till the end, we've really took it to the end in every game.
Let's see if Mike knows
like
this. When did that slogan start? Conrad will know this.
Well, wasn't it about 2 or 3 seasons ago or something like that? Was it more? Oh, I won't know.
Simon Moore. Oh, sorry.
Wayne, do you know? When does it start? It started in the 2022 playoff campaign.
Luton at home.
From League One. Sheffield Wednesday over 2 final. You know, so actually, funny enough, one of my friends, Lauren, she messaged us in a group chat and it said something about on this day in 2022, we signed Patrick Roberts from Man City, funny enough, and he scored till the end in stoppage time at Sheffield Wednesday. It's probably one of the most important goals of our recent history.
It was all the banners for the Wickham final. Everything was till the end of that one, and then they used it again when we lost to Luton, but we had half a team when we went down to Kenilworth Road.
We still won the first leg, weirdly,
absolutely. And then obviously,
pretty much since that last May, we've kind of just done it on steroids, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
But just going back to Liverpool quickly. I mean,
can I just tell the chat to refrain from swearing? Don't use that S word in here, please. Thank you very much. There you go. Carry on, Wayne.
Mike, you can't say that. Apparently, it's the Match of the Day producer's telling you not to do that.
It wasn't his fault. I'm just going back to Liverpool. I did say this last night on Bridging the Gap. I'm not saying that because Diarra's back that we drop Liverpool straight away. I just said in the long run, we might not see Diarra till next season. By the time he comes back in and gets up to speed, Enzo Liverpool at this moment in time, we can't drop him because he is he's our most creative player. I just think in the long run, when everybody's fit and everybody's up to speed, he might not get in the side. If you're going to play him, based on the current squad, I'd put him out on the left-hand side because he's better than Adingra and he's better than Mundle. So
could I ask Wayne? Go on, sorry, I didn't finish your point, sorry.
If Diarra comes in, if he does come in, I would still put Liffey on the left-hand side. But I just don't think, I'm not saying drop him straight away.
Is it a risk-reward thing? Because grow up, Wayne. No, sorry. Is it a thing because he does lose the ball quite often? He is that one. He's trying little things to get through. But is it because he's that risk-reward player? He's trying things to unlock defences. I mean, he gave it away against Arsenal and we conceded. Obviously, the penalty at Brentford. But then when we look back at certain goals this season that he even didn't get a goal contribution in, we don't score a winner against Brentford without him running into the channel to dig it back out. We don't get the ball through to Nordy for him to do the 1-2 against Wolves without him sort of doing all his bits. There's lots of bits that he's not even got the goal contribution credit for. But is it that risk?
I mean, he's got something like an assist of an assist sort of thing that he's involved in
a way.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably done more good than what he's done bad. I just think at certain moments he just try things in silly areas, and you do get punished at times.
The Arsenal one really was a big highlight for me.
Yeah,
does he not remind you of Roberts in that way? Apart from he can score at the end of it, but
Roberts always used to do it past the halfway line.
But Robert, yeah, I suppose. But he'd have them moments of brilliance. But he'd also sometimes you're thinking, why are you taking on them 3 players? It can't be like Roberts
because he's got 8 goal contributions already. When Roberts would have only had 2.
I said apart from that,
yeah.
I'm not backtracking. I'm like in the comment. I'm just saying, in the long run, for me, he doesn't get in my start 11. But at this moment in time, he's our most creative player. So.
Here's what,
Anyway.
Yeah. Right
for
now,
me-
you can't take him out the team.
No,
Yeah, no, I agree. I think he's one of the players for me that's done a lot better in the Premier League than he did in the Championship. Because where I might give Wayne this, and I suspect this might have been his opinion, he did underwhelm me a lot in the regular season when we signed him on loan. Not including the playoffs. I mean, the regular, from the moment he signed until the QPR last home game of the season of the 46th. So I felt like he was... But
He was
I
injured a
wonder,
bit.
Sorry?
He was injured for a few games.
He was injured for a few weeks, but he was also, to be fair, shoehorned in on the left, really. But
That's
I just
true.
think
Exactly. I was going to say that.
yeah, but for a player of his ability, I just felt in the Championship he should have been dictating games a lot more. But I do wonder, is that because teams more times than not sat in a low block against us, and we were one of the favourites and had to break them down?
We
Whereas
don't
here-
score 4 of our Championship playoff campaign goals without him. He was the one that played the ball through to Eastor. He was the one who pushed the defender to make the mistake for Mayenda. He was the one who put the cross in for Ballard. He was the one who fed the ball through to Roberts to give it to Mayenda. He had no part in the last one, but he was on the pitch, so it counts.
Oh no, without
Yeah.
doubt. I mean, that's why I specifically said until the playoffs, because the playoffs, by God, did he deliver when it mattered.
Yeah.
And sitting in the Premier League, I think he's been in the Premier League for me. He's been one of our best players this season. So I think I'll ask Wayne this. I think see if this is a better way of putting it. Next season for me, as good as Lefay's done, it would be nice if he was the depth, which means we have someone class starting ahead of him, if you know what I mean. So it's got to be someone who's really mint to displace from the team, if you know what I mean.
I totally get that. I mean, I'm not. I've never ever said he's a bad player. I just said he's at times he's a risk. But just to put this to bed, I'll just shut the fuck up and grow up.
Wayne, if you do any more U-turns, Wayne, we can sign you up for government.
Hey, at least it'll be more entertaining than listening to half the politicians these days.
I think it's a fair
it-
point. It's definitely a fair point to consider.
Just to ask Wayne this then, right? So, say if everybody's fit, what would be your starting 11 then if you don't feel Lefay gets into it?
Well,
Assuming it's like a 4-3-3, for example.
if everybody's, I would probably have one goal. I'd have Nordy, Ballard, Alderete, Reinildo. I'd have Xhaka, Siddiqui, Diarra. I'd have probably Traore on the right, and I would like to see a Dingra come good, but I just don't think he's going to. So that left-hand side is the position where we are weak, and that's where I would put Lefay at this moment in time. I know he's probably wasted out there, but he's still got him in the side for the creativity. But that left-hand side for me is an issue because I don't think Mundle at this moment in time is Premier League ready. He's still come back from injury. He's still getting used to the Premier League, and the Dingra has got to massively improve. He is a player in there, but at this moment in time, he's not shown us.
There is a player you've missed out, a certain Moroccan player.
Talby is there as well, aye. And we've got our new Talby and Talby and Talby and
Tabi, yeah.
Tabby
Honestly,
cats.
that's a money-saving tactic. They're just going to go and peel the L's off Talby's old kit.
They give him number 17 or 27 or 37. They're taking the piss, aren't they? Just sticking a number on Talby shirts.
Yeah, I mean, the second goal, well, let's go on to quickly because, I mean, it was a combination of delight, shock, pain, and hilarity all
And
at the
cramp.
same time.
Wasn't for me. Can I just start? Because at my end of the ground, probably same as Wayne, saw it go in and was like, yes, and then saw him going,
Aye.
fuck. And I was like, I stopped celebrating because I went, shit, he's hurt.
He's
Shit.
injured,
Yes.
aye.
So I stopped celebrating and didn't realize that end of the stadium was all absolute.
Conrad, why
fits
were
of
you
laughter.
going? It's always
pissed
meant your
you.
best mate Wilson Isidore could come on.
My end is second striker.
That's
It's horrible.
I mean, I that's where I get cramp in my calves when I get it, and I feel for him. The pain of that is unreal. That looks.
Siddiqui was really, really sympathetic
milking it,
towards him.
wasn't he?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a great goal. If nothing else, to read the little, even to move off the little deflection from the defender, and then even Henri said in his analysis
I was
on
gonna
Sky,
say-
was like, I don't know how he put that in. All that matters is he did put it in. And when
I
you
know how he
watch it,
got there, but I don't know how he scored.
like the end-to-end angle behind him, I sort of don't know how he's planting that foot and lifting it with the other one at the same time. But no wonder he ended up with some sort of cramp or injury from it because it's not a natural position.
And when you
How many
someone like
how many
Thierry
fouls
Henry,
should he have got? How many fouls should he have got before
yeah.
that though? Because he
Oh,
seems
about
to be
9.
held by everyone.
Mike?
Oh,
If you could have can someone should make it honest? Yeah, no, I agree. If someone could honestly make a compilation, yeah, that's a class image, that by the way.
Give me your shirt.
Well, knowing the referee, he probably would have got booked for that though. My annoyance with it, if you could make a compilation of the amount of times Brian Brobby should have got a free kick and refs were determined not to give him one. But the thing for me is if you're getting for his goal, like it's freakish how he's able to do that. And if you're getting Thierry Henry praising you for it, who is no slouch and is one of the Premier League's top goal scorers, then you know you're doing something right. So, and fair play to him, because after all the personal shit he's been through before he came here, and for the fact that he obviously didn't start the highest in the pecking order, did he? Because he had to get up to speed and everything else. But it just goes to prove that maybe we talk about maybe needing a prolific striker. Well, if I've always said I want to see what our strikers could do, all three of them, if we start giving them a bit more regular service. So he probably can do that. Then it probably can do that. Then I think we need to start having a drinking game on the Black Cats YouTube channel. When if Robbie can do that more often, get a drinking game out every time Mike's going to play the clip of Mr. Blobby. And by the way,
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm so happy to see it, because we had a bit of concern when he first came in that he just didn't seem to be gelling as well as the other players, and that even off the pitch, you know what I mean? He seemed like he wasn't integrated as much. But it seems like he's definitely got over that now with all the personal issues and stuff like that. It's really nice to see, to be fair.
He also just seems like a really calm person. Nothing really phases him. He's just very calm and cool all the way through it. So even when he scored against Tottenham and he did that video, and we all sent it around the group chat, and he's like, he passes to me, I shoot, boom. And it was like, that was the level of it. And I'd have been like, mate, if I'd have scored that, I'd have been dining out on it for years.
I've ruined this podcast chance of ever getting sponsored by Macron, because during my live stream I said this is not a bad thing from Robbie. It went at the stitches. It's just terrible shirts. It's just terrible shirts.
It was funny that the amount of fouls that guy was doing on Robbie, it was ridiculous. And just every time it was just either nothing was given or he gave a foul the other way. And I was like, I don't understand how when he rolls someone or turns someone, it's a foul on them. Like, he's backing into them and he puts them in that position and then he turns them. Like, how is that a foul?
Yeah.
Mental.
And by the way, as well, the amount of soft things else in the game that he was given for free kicks. And then there's Robbie getting manhandled all over the place. Nah, nothing. Just walk.
I don't think people don't know how to manage, or referees don't know how to manage big physical strikers anymore, because they haven't had to deal with them for so long, because everyone's been sort of floaty attacking midfielders, finesse players and stuff, that when you actually get someone who's a bit of a brute force, or even a tall person like Peter Crouch back in the day, used to get penalised for everything. And it was just because he was tall, then it was like, oh, he's jumped over him, therefore it's a foul. It's like, no, he's just bigger than him. And it's a bit like this guy here going, oh, Robbie's won that, so it must be a foul. It's like, no, he's stronger than him. Look at the fucking size of him. Like, that's why he's won that.
He needs to use his thighs to intimidate referees, because when people can do the thigh challenge where you put your dumbbell in between your legs and you can just sort of hold them up with your legs or something. Then imagine Robbie doing that with a referee's head or something and go, listen, I'm going to get your head in between my thighs here if you don't start giving me free kicks.
K. Dodd is right here, though, as well. He put, as soon as Mateta went down, everything was given as a foul. Yeah. Similar stature and size about him as well. He's right.
I feel it seems to be a trend in the Premier League so far. And I think Siddiqui gets a bit of a rough stick of that as well, because he's all over the place and he covers so much ground. The amount of times I've seen him hack down thinking, why is that not a free kick? He's took a lot of kicks as Siddiqui to the shins and stuff.
Anyway, 3 yellows for just
quickly on another point on what Conrad said there. I mean, it is bad because he scored, but it was offside. You mentioned Mateta there. By the way, that is one of the best forwards I think we've come up against this season. I just think Mateta. I mean, okay, maybe not quite a Brian Broby level monster, but he's a handful. I mean, and obviously,
he's a presence. Yeah,
and the story that he obviously, I mean, his finish for all it was correctly ruled out. You're thinking, oh Jesus, that's a cracking level strike that really from Mateta. So it makes me think, well, if Palace lose him this window, then I'd fear for them a little bit.
I mean, I think I said to Conrad, he's the type of centre forward that we need in our team. I know Bobby's coming good, but he's a complete striker. He's got pace as well. I mean, just to clear out,
takes penalties.
In my vlog, I was calling him Jay Mateta all day. He's a little bit better than that. He's
Jean-Philippe
Mateta.
Jay Mateta all in my vlog, and now he's not called Jay Mateta. Jean-Philippe Mateta.
You were just saying his first initial. That's fine.
Right, he's the type of player, and I think he's like Juventus and Aston Villa after him and all, isn't there? So we probably couldn't afford him anyway. But to be fair,
Can I say there was a referee thing, just on the referee? Sorry, Mike. A bit towards the end of the game, I don't know if anyone else knows. Wayne, you probably did 'cause it was at your end, but Alderete went down after getting some sort of knock, and he was in the box, and the referee was like, "Get on the pitch, the physios," and all the Sunderland players were like, "No, don't. We're fine. We're fine." Yeah. So, which the rule is, if the physios don't come on, you do not have to leave the field of play. So no physios came on. Alderete stood up after a few seconds, and the ref went, "Get off.
Get off.
You've got to go stand on there," which isn't the fucking rule. And then made him wait 2 minutes to come back on. And then one of their players went down and the physio came on and he just went, "Up you get," and carried on. It was just like
ridiculous.
It was just, you've just done this. You've literally just sat there and forced him off. And then this one you got out, it's fine.
To be fair, he was a joke all game, wasn't he? He was. Should have had a penalty. Mundle was fouled in the box, was a stone wall.
I didn't think that was at the time, and then I've watched it back since and gone, "Oh, it's blatant. You're just barging him for no reason." Like it's one of them you don't want to see penalties given for it, but you can't just shoulder barge somebody out of their positions where they're clearly going to win the header when you're not even looking at the ball.
Look at the Everton penalty the week before.
Oh God, yeah. I forgot which one you meant there. I was trying to live without that one in my memory. But yeah, look at the 3 that Roofs also did later on in that game as well.
Anyway, ends 2-1. Back to winning ways. We can leave that one there. Great results.
4 points off of FA Cup winning Palace. Who would have thought that back in
Also,
July?
just to add very, very quickly, the build-up play before the first goal was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. The whole thing.
Just before we move on from it.
Yeah. Changing Crisis said, serious question, lads. Talbi or not Talbi?
It's going to be awful when they both play, isn't
it? Brett says, I've got a question, lads. Been something I've thought about a lot. Do you think if Coleman was giving some transfer funds, do you think he would have kept us in the Championship?
I think he was unlucky, wasn't he? I think, with the whole takeover with Ellis Short sacked him before he sent the club, didn't he? And I think I would like him to stay. I think he would have done all right, but unfortunately just wasn't given the time. I think just a victim of the circumstances at the time. But I think I liked him. I thought he was passionate. He showed, he was clever, done some great stuff with Wales, and I thought he was just given a bit of a shit deal, to be fair.
He was shafted with that whole takeover deal completely. Like, he didn't even get a call, did he, or something like that? He didn't even know till it was.
And that's a married man with 6 kids.
That's a married man with 6 kids. He's got 6 kids to feed. Why didn't we keep him on?
For me, I'd like to have said yes, and if we'd have got Scott McCormack, is it Scott? Not Scott McCormack.
Ross McCormack
through the door, who was there, but obviously we didn't sign him through the end because somebody decided to stay on 70 grand a week. It might have been different. Although this is also the player who, when we had the only sort of bright spark, if you want to call it that, in Lewis Grabban, who got 12 goals for us that season and hated being here, but yet still scored. When he was hauling him off after 60 minutes every game to put on the untested Osoro and Madja, who then didn't go on to do much that season. Yes, Madja did well in the first half of the next season. It was a bit like, at some point, there needed to be a conversation of, he's scoring. I know you don't like him, but he is the only reason we're not cut adrift already. Like, even McGeady said it in the same thing of, like, he's got 12 goals for us and yet we're sending him back. Like, what's all that about? So I'd like to have thought so because I liked him, but there was some questionable game decisions from him.
And to be fair,
you get that with all.
And Lee Camp, who signed off on that one.
I was just about to say, this is also the person who thought Lee Camp would be a good signing for us. So,
and where is he now? Where did he go after us? He's now was he Saudi Arabia or some China or somewhere?
I thought he went China somewhere for a bit, didn't he? But
to be fair, Lee Camp, actually, I don't know if you guys saw, the Second Tier podcast, they interviewed him and he kind of owned it and really went, I wasn't playing at Cardiff. I thought, we'll go to Sunderland. What's the worst that could happen? And he said, well, unfortunately, the worst did end up happening because we got relegated. So that was at least quite.
I think he said he went and he didn't expect to even be playing, did he? And then he was injured, but was sort of like, shit, I can't sort of now say I'm injured and not play. So he played while injured, which was just even worse.
Steele, and he was bad and all, but at least Jason Steele had one game or two where he was not crap. I think for me with Chris Coleman's a weird one because my own opinions, I stand by that. I think we should have had enough to stay up that season anyway. I don't think our squad was anywhere near the top end of the division, but I refuse to believe that Bolton and Burton and Barnsley should have all finished above us that season.
No, we were definitely not. Shouldn't have been in the bottom 3, but we were not good. But
oh no, we weren't good, but I don't think we were that bad
to
be able to be
going down
to League One. You know,
I mean, it was a bit like getting relegated, and you go from Defoe and who else did we have up front the season before, and Ichibi.
It's like Defoe and Ichibi to like James Vaughan and Ashley Fletcher.
James Vaughan was just such a misstep from the offset.
PTSD thinking about all this.
Right, let's wrangle you guys in because you're off on wrangling.
We're trying to be positive. We're 9th or 8th in the Premier League. Why are we talking about this?
Okay, here's one then. To link it back to this is why I will always say that if there's any set of fans that deserve what's happening with at the minute, it's us. Because we have seen some shite. And we have had to watch through some shite
against Burton and
do you know the worst? And do you know the worst bit? We're getting relegated by Burton or going down to League One. That wasn't even the worst season, and that's how bad that was. So yes,
character building. It was character building. That's what it was.
That's it. It was testing the true fans. That's what it was.
Gallows humour, certainly.
Gary Hoyle says
exactly. Sorry, go on.
Stop it. Will Palace be sucked into the relegation mix?
I don't think so.
I thought Glasner would have been sacked before now. I'm surprised he's still there, but I think if Matete leaves, they are in big trouble, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've got enough about them. They'll be all right.
I think they'll be fine and they'll stay up, but I would be, put it this way, I'd be worried about them next season because apparently Glasner looks like he's already going, and then you've got Gahey who's gone, and if Matete goes, then you go in. I get Gahey being sold because what was it? They would have got 20 million for him now when he's definitely not going to be there next season anyway. So as opposed to losing him for free, that 20 million could be reinvested into someone who could come here and come into the team and help keep them up this year. And then they've got that player for next season to develop. So I can get that. But yeah, I mean, it's not looking, they're having an absolute shit show of a window at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they'll be sucked into a relegation mix potentially, but they'll be all right. But I'd worry.
Still 11 points ahead of the bottom 3.
Well, that's it.
Can all change. Last one, because Conrad keeps highlighting comments and I'm trying to get movers on. But is there any truth in us being after Fulham, that Fulham player, a free transfer as well?
Is this Harry Wilson you're on about?
Harry Wilson.
They look like they're getting Oscar Bob, though, don't they? So to me, would it not make sense to ask the question about Harry Wilson?
I think everyone's waiting for the summer because his contract's up.
But if we offered about, say, a fee of 5 to 6 million now, surely that could be. And I mean, unless he doesn't
have to say yes at this point.
No,
I think he knows he can get more wages, bigger.
No.
You know,
we'll do a swap deal. They can have Rusin, Bar, Paveda, 10
don't
players
you be
for one.
Abdullah.
Plus 5 million.
Excellent. Right. That's it for the Palace games. I'll try to get through some of your questions. I'll still star some of them if we have time at the end. We'll do some as well. Depends how awake Wayne is when we get there. What's on the cards this week? Questions, games. Who wants to start?
I've got the who am I? I'll go first because Conrad's is always better than mine. So I'll do the who am I first.
Wait, Conrad's doing his. There you go.
I was going to say, why did I
this is game show mode.
Game show
mode. Well, don't forget to play along in the comments, everybody. There we go. So, the who am I? You probably get these straight away. They are West Ham.
West Ham, right? Okay.
So, I began my professional career in London and was known early on for my electric pace.
That could be a number of people.
I played in Europe while still a teenager.
That could be a number. Have you just got like vaguest of vague clues at the moment?
To make it hard for you to get it.
Next one, my name is this.
I scored
who played in the Premier League.
I scored crucial goals to keep us in the Premier League.
Us? Is that Sunderland then?
Defoe?
Yeah.
Jermaine Defoe, yeah. West Ham, 1999, 2000.
Who put Walcott in the chat? He didn't even play for us.
If only he did, Owen. If only he did.
Next one, then. I grew up in the Northeast and came through a Premier League academy.
McCartney.
I was part of a Champions League winning squad, though not as a regular starter.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now.
Injuries limited my career more than my talent ever did.
Sunderland and West Ham. Champions League winner. Callum Davenport.
No.
No. Well, he never won the Champions League. What am I talking about?
He was on loan for us 2002, 2003.
I want to say Hutchison, but we signed him. 2002, 2003. And injuries limited his time. That's the year we got relegated, isn't it?
Also played for Middlesbrough.
Downing.
Stuart Downing.
Of course, yeah. I was thinking too early. Yes, because he did play for us in the Championship.
I wouldn't have got that without Middlesbrough.
And he got pulled back. Anthony Letalic. That's a good shout. Actually, he was part of the Liverpool Champions League side, but he didn't play for
warned you,
West
chat.
Ham.
Stop swearing in the chat. All right.
Stop. Not allowed. Number 3. I was born in Scotland, but represented a different nation internationally.
Don Hutchison. No, he didn't. No, I should have listened to the whole thing.
I was a dependable left-sided defender for many years, rather than a flashy name.
George McCartney. I think he had 2 spells for both clubs, didn't he? I think he played for us twice. And them he bounced between the clubs Sunderland, West Ham. Yeah.
This one's an older one. I was a commanding centre-back during the 1990s Premier League era, so Mike might get this one.
Because you're old.
I represented my country at an international level. That could be anybody. I played for both clubs before the Premier League became globally dominant.
Gary Bennett.
I was a Welsh international.
Johnny Williams.
He played for us 1995 to 1997.
95, 97.
And then West Ham 1997, 1998.
What did West Ham have back then?
I had Melville in my head, but he's midfield, wasn't he?
No, correct.
Oh,
What, Melville?
Andy Melville.
I thought he played in midfield.
Centre half.
No, centre half.
All right, okay.
Number 5. Right. Football runs in my family.
Ferdinand.
Anton Ferdinand.
Yeah!
Fair play.
I am a modern era defender.
Sorry, just before you start, Wayne, which is ironic because he didn't fucking run once when he played for us. Sorry, I like Anton Ferdinand. The joke was just there.
I am a modern era defender who came through a top Premier League academy.
Okay.
I spent time out on loan to gain some senior experience.
Patrick Van no, he didn't play for West Ham.
Before joining Sunderland as part of a rebuild focused on youth and resale value.
Oh, who did we get for Equa? No,
I have represented my country at youth international level. Similar type of timescale to Equa, possibly.
Yeah, that's what threw me off. When did we get him? We got him.
West Ham, 2019 to 2022.
Elise?
Agielise. Yeah.
Yeah. It was him. Yeah.
K Dodd just beat you to it.
Are you sure?
Even I didn't know this one. So he's one of them players who we just can't remember he even played for us. I am not English by birth and began my career abroad. I played defensive midfield and centre-back roles. My time in English football was brief but spanned multiple clubs. I played for West Ham 2000 to 2001 and Sunderland 2005 to 2006.
Gary Breen. He did play for both, though. It wasn't. Defensive midfield as well. 2005, 2006. What was the years for West Ham?
2000 to 2001.
Oh, he played Darren Byfield. No, he played as
Kevin Ball.
2005 to 2007 for us. So
2006.
that's prime McCarthy getting promoted. Premier. Oh, Christian Basili.
Oh, good shout.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Well
Yes.
played, sir. Well
Yeah.
played.
Cracking shout.
I was sitting there going like, who is it? I forgot he even
Not
played
sure
for
that was
West Ham.
quite right, Johnny Cool,
Yeah.
but good guess.
Well done. And the last one, I started my career in France before moving to England at a young age. I was once tipped for big things after a high-profile transfer.
Well, it could be most of our signings.
My Premier League career never quite matched the early hype.
That's definitely most of our signings.
Sunderland
Maybe, yeah,
2001 to 2003 and West Ham 2005 to 2006 on loan.
From us? No, it can't have been.
No, not from us now.
Loan to West Ham. So 0103 for us. Did
think
we
I
say
remem- I
position or anything?
Centre forward.
Centre forward. I want to say Darren Byfield again.
Johnny
but,
Evans.
I remember him. I think he scored a goal against Aston Villa when we were in the.
Bellion?
That's him. David
Yes.
Bellion.
It was Man United.
Yes.
He went to Man U from
Man
us and
United.
then to West Ham. Yeah. David Bellion. Fast as fuck.
Well done,
Class
Jimmy.
guy.
You got that first. Well done, Jimmy.
I'm pretty sure he
Good
did,
stuff.
Mike, but okay.
It appeared up. Watch the replay. I actually click it a moment before you say it. So there
Nah,
you go.
not having it. There's a delay in the YouTube getting to your screen to your mouth.
All right. Excellent. That was good, that Wayne. I got a couple, so I'm happy with that.
Well, Rassie Melton doesn't think so.
Well, you can sod off then.
What's he say?
Second from last comment there.
We need to talk a little
Switch
bit
off.
football.
You must be new here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
This is
yeah,
what we do.
turn off if you
This
don't
is
like
what
it.
we do.
Right.
Right. This is the halftime. Let's do some games where everyone joins in. So if you're not
Yeah.
interested, then just skip the video forward. It's live. Good luck.
I was gonna say. Right. Changed it up. I've done 20 questions. I've got one player who did play for Sunderland, and I'm just going to give you yes or no answers, but you can go in order of the. Oh, you've put Mike to the top there.
I feel pressured on the top.
Nice. How's it going down there?
It is. You can go in order and try and work out which former Sunderland player this is. I've got the
So
stuff.
what are we doing? Who
One
am I?
player.
Right, so we've
20
just got to ask
questions.
you
I've got
those
one
questions.
player. You just got to ask me yes or no questions and try to establish
How many
Right.
opportunities have we got? Is it 20?
20.
Okay,
20 questions.
first
Right.
one.
Okay,
Okay,
we get 10 questions. The chat gets 10 questions. Go.
Okay, was he shit?
That is very subjective. I would say no.
Okay,
Was he English?
No.
Oh, that narrows it down a bit then. Wait, I get me notepad.
Did he play from 2005 onwards?
Yeah.
Yes.
okay. I thought you know what you were
eliminates
going to
all
say
of my
there.
knowledge.
Did he play football? But yeah.
No.
Okay. Did he play with us in the Premier League days?
Yes.
Is he Italian?
Hang on a minute, you
That's
skipped
a
the
chat
question
one.
here.
That's
Oh.
a chat one. Sorry.
Go on.
No.
Oh, that's not the one I was thinking of then.
Hang on. So how many have we had? We've had 4 questions between the three of us.
5 questions, including the chat.
Okay, but the chat's had one. Okay. Also, it's 20 combined between us and the chat.
Yeah.
I'm not
Did he-
highlighting it, Jimmy. We're not wasting.
Was he an attacking midfielder?
No. I wouldn't put my favourite player, Jimmy.
Was he a defender?
Yes.
There we go.
7.
Centre back.
Is that a question?
Yes.
Oh, it's Michael's go.
Well, you can
I'm
ask
just-
that if you want.
I was just waiting. It was silent. I just thought I'd jump in.
Yes. Yes, he's a centre back.
Hey, there we go.
Is he Anton Ferdinand?
He is not. He said English. He said not English.
He's not English.
Right.
Was he over 30 when he signed for us?
Ooh.
How would you guess it?
2-6. You're gonna have to do some maths.
Okay, chat question while you're working that out. Was he on loan?
No.
No. There you go. Come on, chat. You've got more questions left than us.
What was the question? Was he over 30 when he signed for us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, older signing centre back.
This is it.
Was he John O'Shea?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait. Yes, indeed.
Okay. Was he Wes Brown?
English.
English.
Oh, of course, yeah. I keep messing up. Hang on, Wes Brown is English.
11.
No, I'm saying he's not English. So whoever it is not
Oh,
English.
I thought you said he was.
And not
English?
Italian.
Okay.
We're saying English because Wes Brown is English. We're saying.
We'll give Las Palmas Varga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Varga.
Can I say though, that was really difficult because two of the questions that you asked, as in, did he sign when he was over 30? I could have said yes and no because he's played for us twice. He played in 2000 to 2003 and 2006 to 2008. So when I went, you asked, has he played in the Premier League? I went yes, but there was one before where you went, did he sign past 05? And I was like, yeah, well, that could have been no as well. So I went, if I'm sticking with that side of it, I'll have to stick with it.
You could have gone full Vicky Pollard there, couldn't you?
What's Las Palmas Mackem won? What's he won?
All the glory.
All the
Well done.
Excellent.
That's what you got to be one that though in future. You literally just start one by going, was he wank?
Was he shite? Yes.
Was he shite? Was he good?
Well, that narrows it down a bit.
Stop.
Sorry, I just like doing that. Earthquake.
Right. I think that's it for our games. Well, Michael Bowers, do you had a question for us?
I think I did. Well, Conrad suggested something as a question, but all right then.
In his
Stop
first
wasting
spell, I might
questions.
have kissed Varga. Yeah.
Right,
his
SJ,
first
who you want to
spell,
kiss?
yeah.
I
here?
wouldn't
Because
reach him.
Yeah.
SJ, who you wanting to kiss here? Because I'm getting a bit concerned about you, mate. No, well, okay. My question, it was kind of related to what people think. Do people? Well, I know what Mike's answer is going to be, so straight away I'll rule him out because I know he's going to say yes to this. But Mike, for Conrad and Wayne, trust me, when you hear it, your answer will be yes. Is for Wayne and Conrad, is top half as a minimum a genuine prospect now?
I think
Because
so.
I said earlier in the group chat, I was saying that for context, I was looking at the teams below us in the table. So I think the bottom five, anywhere up to probably Leeds, I think we're going to comfortably finish above, barring something stupid happening. I think Bournemouth sold Semenyo, Tottenham, Palace going through a lot of turmoil at the moment. Brighton, although this is the team I wouldn't be shocked if they finished above us, but I don't think they're consistent enough. Fulham, they actually have to get Oscar Bob could be different. Yeah. None of them have Noni Mukiele, so therefore the answer is yes. And then Everton have David Moyes. So, I don't know.
I think so. I think top 10's minimum for us now. Sound like Mike? I think top 10 is
Well,
definitely
that's what I was going
minimum.
to say, yeah.
This
is music to Mike's ears, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolute music to him.
I don't think we're going to probably sign any big money players, if I'm honest, now in the window. I think we might have had them in before now. We might get a couple of loans in, but even with the squad we've got now, I still think we've got enough to finish top 10. It's still congested at the top half of the table.
Provided we don't get too many injuries, just to add that.
That's it.
I think the ownership have a wish list similar to the board from the documentary with Ibrahimovic on. I genuinely think the owners will have a wish list, and it will be high price, high tag players. And if they can get one of those across the board, they will. But I don't think they're just going out, oh no, we desperately need a striker, let's get anyone. So I think we're in a good position, but I do think they have a wish list. So if we do get a big money signing on deadline day, make sure you tuned into the channel because we'll be live. There you go.
Well, you will be. We'll be at the match.
Yeah, I'll be live on my own. But yeah, I think you're right. I don't think we'll make any massive signings just for the sake of it. We don't need to fill any holes right now, but
I think what we've got now
that Tabby looks like a wise, shrewd business decision.
He fits the model, doesn't he? He's that type of player, isn't he?
That's the thing, because we're now in a position where we can afford to invest for the future. So I wouldn't be surprised if we signed a couple of players for like 10 million quid each or so, but are ones that are project signs. Like, say, what Brighton have done with Tommy Watson, for example, or Brentford signed someone who I think was like 17 or 18 years old as a striker recently. So it's those type of signings. I wouldn't be shocked if we did. But I think what we've got is, top 8, we carry on the same points per game we're on now, and we'll hit 57 points. Well, this is the thing. For a team that's not played anyone yet, considering we've now played everybody at least once, that can't be used anymore. But I just think, don't get us wrong. I'm looking at how tightly congested the table is. Don't get us wrong. But, there's no reason for me why we can't finish in the top 10. And look, even if we didn't finish in the top 10 and we finished 11th or 12th, I still think that's been a good season. Well, Mike might not think so. But although that's fair, I think if we're upper bottom half of the table now, I'd probably be slightly disappointed with it, which considering, again, unless you're Mike and you thought this was going to happen from the word go, in which case fair play to him for that. But I'll get that smug look off your face, you bastard. But
how are the likes? I like that.
Yeah, how are the likes like it? But yeah, but for most of us, considering how mental this sounds, that pre-West Ham, you said to me, we'll finish 17th. Yep, yes, please. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full, sir. Thanks very much. See you later. Whereas now, I'd be a bit disappointed not to get top 10. But at the very least, if we get 11th or 12th, it's still been a good season.
So let me probe the answers there. Wayne, did you say yes for that?
I said yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Conrad?
I didn't answer.
I know, exactly. That's why I'm probing you.
I'd be a little bit disappointed now. The thing is, though, between 4th through till 15th, there's only
15th on 27 points for context, which is Bournemouth.
Yeah, there's a couple of wins between all of those ones really on there.
Yeah,
it's
that's
that
the
tight,
caveat.
and everyone keeps beating everyone. It might come down to a scenario like in 2010 where Steve Bruce got us to finish 10th because on the last day of the season we won and the 3 teams above us all lost, and we finished 10th by proxy when actually. Yeah. Really, we should have been about 50.
Newcastle and West Brom drew 3-3 against each other.
They were all on the beach. They weren't playing, and we were the only one actually sort of giving a shit on the final day. Really,
we'll finish above first.
I'd be a little disappointed, but the context of it is we've almost pretty much accomplished the goal at the start of the season, which was we need to stay up and survive, and we've got 16 games left to play with and have a good run at. And this is why when I was talking last week about the FA Cup and wanting to take it seriously, because we've put ourselves in this position. If we were, in Leeds' position, I'd have probably been a bit like, it doesn't matter if we do go out, it's all right. But I'm sitting there now going, oh, we're fine. We can hold another game in there. Favourable draw, we'll get there. So I'd be disappointed not to be in the top 10. I think they're being very cautious in the market because we've stated it publicly on Sky that we're aiming for top 10, that we're not going to get our pants pulled down by a club going, oh, they want this player, right? Well, that's an extra 10 million on the price tag because it's January. I think we're just being very cautious and just sort of not attacking the window like we did last season where we had to. I think they're just waiting to see if the right deal comes along. And if it doesn't, I think they're more than happy to sort of ride it out. What you were saying, Mike, about Everton, Michael, Grealish is now out for 3 months for them.
I've seen that. That's a huge blow for them.
Which might lead us on to talk about a certain somebody at Sunderland who they might be potentially looking at.
We'll go on to that in one quick second. I just want to tack something on the end of Michael's question there. Changing Crisis said if we beat West Ham and Burnley, which we should, then Europe is fully on. I said before the last game, 9 points out the next 3. And I've even wrote my predictions down already. If that's the case, how high does your optimism go for this season? Let's say we get 9 points out of these 3 games.
So you're talking if we win the next 2 then?
We win the next 2. So that takes us to 39, I believe, which is well beyond that 40-point
We're on 33
mark,
at the
which
minute.
is well 1 point below that 40-point total.
Well, it's well beyond where we thought we'd be trying to aim for a 40-point mark.
That's not what you said the first time, though.
You know what I meant. Does that push your optimism? Is Europe on anyone's mind at all, even as an outsider?
If we're talking specifically Europe, I would wait to see until Mike's going to think this sounds so negative. I would wait until the next international break, which is at the end of March. If we're still in the conversation for 6th, 7th at that point, with about 7 or 8 games left, then I would go right. It's on. We can do it. We might not get it, but we could really go for it. As of right now, you've got to remember. I think to add on to what Conrad was saying. Sorry, Wayne, it's going to go over the next 25 seconds, so you just have to go in and bear it. But
He didn't have a bedtime tonight.
I pretty much subscribe to Wayne's OnlyFans and SAFC. But yeah, it's maybe we should start an OnlyFans if we get into Europe. There we go. There's the boy.
Go to bed. Grow up, Wayne.
But that's another thing. Like, you're looking at what Conrad's saying. I think because we're you want to manage the window well enough to the point where we don't want to create problems for ourselves down the line as well by spending poorly. And I don't think we would do that. I think we're too savvy now. Touch wood anyway. We're too savvy now to let something like that happen. But another important factor, again, is AFCON's finally over. We don't have to think about that anymore. So, Diarra's coming back. Talby's coming back. Everybody, basically, apart from those who are injured, is back now. And it just makes me wonder that if we were looking at Europe, I think you probably need maybe a little bit more in the final third for me to do that. But there's no reason for me. I mean, if you offered me right now, finishing where we are now, which is 9th, I'd be very happy. I'd be very happy with that for a first season.
If Robbie bags in every single game from now until that international break, it's a different story, right?
Well, put it this. Actually, I'll ask you then, Mike. Right? So the whole story about how the system works, of how many teams get Champions League and Europa League and stuff. So what happens if, say we get delusional for a second and 6 teams get Champions League, and then we got 2 Europa League places, and if 9th got Conference League, would you take 9th right now?
It's always a difficult thing for me because
Europe, isn't it?
It's Europe, isn't it?
Yeah, I would take going to Europe in any way, shape, or form for the money and stuff like that. But I think we're better than that. Would be my answer.
Can I have in a chat, please? Either a Europe, like I want to know your target. Is it Europe? Is it top 10, or is it still sort of top of the bottom half?
Or the FA Cup.
Yeah, or win the FA.
Or winning the FA Cup. That'd be nice.
Xhaka will be thinking
John's
about
got
Europe.
A fair point there, mind. I think a player of Xhaka's caliber will be looking at that.
I get what you're saying. For me, right? I was saying if we win all these games, you've just got to take every game as it comes, because you're not guaranteed to be West Ham. You're not guaranteed to be Burnley. If we're going to lose our home record,
nothing wrong with Jimmy.
Like
Jimmy always slates Daniel, doesn't he? Every time.
I mean, like Burnley, that'll beat us. So
it's like what you're saying, Wayne. You've got to. Yeah. We're just going to have to manage it game by game until we get to like April. And in April, we can see where we're at and sort of look at it then. There's no point looking at it now and starting to plan out about, we could do this, we could do that. It's like, let's get there.
If you want to look at Europe, keep yourselves in the mix then.
Yeah.
I genuinely think these next 2 games are a good test of our mentality going forward. We've got West Ham, who will want revenge on us, and it's away.
They've just come off the back of beating Spurs away, by the way, as well, which has given them a huge boost.
That's no challenge.
And then, of course, we've got Burnley,
we didn't win there, did we?
We've got Burnley, who we already slipped up against once. So it's a good test of our character. So
can I say, slipped up? You had Jensen sealed at centre-back.
Yeah. Well,
that is very true.
Anyway.
But the caveat, though, is that between 4th and 15th, there's 9 points. So, basically what you got to hope is everybody keeps beating each other and we just win most of our games.
Absolutely. It's going to keep happening like that. The best thing about us is we don't get beat very often, and I know we draw a lot.
West Ham 2, Sunderland 0 on Saturday.
When other teams are beating each other, we tend to draw and sort of still keep our points tally going. Because I remember the interview after Chelsea with Isidore, and they were like, how many points, where do you think you're at now? And you went, we're on 17. And I still look there now going, God, that was like 4 months ago, and we're only on 33. It sounds mental to still be on that sort of figure. But then when you actually take into account, of course, like, well, actually, there was a lot of draws within that where we didn't lose. And how many games have we lost within that? 3. Like, it's...
And we've gone through the AFCON period as well, as you've said.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
But there's another thing, though, like, if you look at by the time we've played Arsenal, we've gone to every one of the traditional big 6. We've gone to all of them away from home. We'll then played Arsenal twice, Man City twice. We've hosted Villa. So, you've got Liverpool, Man U, Chelsea and Tottenham to come to the Stadium alive. But I'd be disappointed not to win 1 or 2 of those games, if I'm honest.
Well, we're going to beat Liverpool because I'm going to be there. So,
which one did you go to, Liverpool and Fulham?
Fulham, yeah.
He's coming with me to Fulham.
Which one did you go to before? Was it Bournemouth?
Bournemouth, where we went 2-0 down and won 3-2. The effect I have.
Okay, get yourself over.
I can't stream them because every time I stream, we lose. So
yeah,
don't
I'm
stream.
not banned. Let's move on. Jimmy, No, it wasn't Dan Shitpeas Neil, but I like the name.
If you take out the middle word, I like it.
This is where Conrad gets to cry for an hour. His lover, his friend, his compadre. I don't know why he went Spanish.
No, me either.
He's French. Couldn't you have thought of something in French?
I know. His baguette.
It is. Wow.
It's going nuts.
That's us banned in France.
Yeah.
So we've pretty much had Conrad doing the whole. It's not even.
Wilson! I'm sorry! I'm sorry, Wilson!
God's sake.
Oh, dear me.
I don't want him to go.
Right, so we kind of touched on this the other week when we were talking about like outgoing players and stuff like that, and which strikers, and I think we all thought Mayenda had a lot more potential going forward. So if we had to get rid of one, but now that it's actually in tabloids, it's rumored and stuff like that, I want to know all of your thoughts and feelings on it. So we'll finish with Conrad. Let him stew for a bit. Wayne, what's your thoughts?
Well, if the price rumoured 25 million quid, is that what's being offered? For me personally, I'd take the money. Only if we get somebody else in. We can't afford to let him go now because it would leave us even when I would like up front to start with. But for me, 25 million quid for a player who is not a goal scorer. He got 4 goals and he's not scored since October. He's a good squad player. He's a decent player. But for £25 million for me, I'd drive him there myself.
Fair enough. Michael Bowers, what do you think of that one?
Yeah, I think a lot of it would depend for me on what we were planning to do in terms of bringing a replacement in. It wouldn't surprise me if we tried to go out for if we got 25 million quid, and I love Wilson as at all. I think he's someone who clearly is someone who, and it's a cliche, but gets the club and gets what it is to be here. Truthfully, I don't think he'll leave this window. I think he'll stay. But if we did go for 25 million quid, is he worth that in today's market? For me, he's not. And I think that doesn't mean he's a crap player, because I don't think he is, but he's very hot and cold for me in terms of his goal scoring run. If you remember last season, to be fair, it was his first year in English football. But even then, last season, I think it was up till the Leeds game, which was pretty much when our top 2 hopes ended. He got something like 13 goals, I think it was. And then since then, he only scored one other, which, to be fair, was an important one. It was in the playoffs against Coventry at their place. But he goes through patches where he has a good vein of form and then goes through a long drought, if you know what I mean. So I think I would like to keep Isidore, but if you got 25 million quid, I think in the foreign market, we could get someone who is a bit better than him for that money. So I'd like him to stay, but I think for the money, if you got that money now, there's possible benefits to taking that offer.
Okay. Nobody seems truly heartbroken. So are you?
I want him to stay, by the way, just to make that clear. I would rather we kept him. But yeah. Well, this is where Conrad's going to go as impassioned defensive, is it all? So let's go.
There's just me getting pelters again in the fucking comments. It's pick on Wayne night tonight. I hate the French. I hate the Fiat Wilson. Fucking hell.
You hate anyone who's played under Regis Labrise before he came to Sunderland.
So all of this slander about our joint top goal scorer this season, with probably the lowest minutes out of all of our strikers at the moment as well.
I think Mayenda's dead.
Yeah, probably just about. For me, you can't turn that sort of amount of money down. Really, he's not that good. Really, he's not a £25 million player at all. But I'm more looking at it as I wouldn't want to sell him to a rival now in January when they have 2 strikers who we've just seen quite up close and personal, who are shite and don't know where the goal is. I would be more saying, hey, you could have him for slightly less if you wait until summer. like at that point, and probably give us a better market to try and find someone as well at that point for a decent value. Because again, as I said before, whatever you look at now, no matter which club in the continent it is or wherever you go for, there's going to be January tax added onto that. Plus, if this deal goes through before we even have a look at a replacement, which I don't think they would do, like our old ownership would have done, and take the money and then look for somebody. I think if they have that money now, they'll already be looking around at, can these deals actually be done? We don't want, all right, if you watched Love Actually recently, Jesus. It's just, I wouldn't let him go now. One, because of who it is. If this was an abroad offer, I'd probably be like, whatever, that's fine. But I don't want to be giving a sort of league position rival a striker that I think is actually better than their two strikers and probably could score a couple for them, especially the way their sort of attack is more favoured towards quick turnovers, fast transitions, which what suits Isidore better. That's just me. I do think he's our third choice striker at this point. Robbie is firmly number one. I would rather play Mayenda but second, but I also think
I wish I had a clip of one of these shows from the very beginning where you were telling me he's the first choice.
But the thing is, at that point he was. You even said yourself earlier on in this, Robbie didn't look like that much of a striker at first and we couldn't really judge him on it, and Mayenda wasn't doing anything.
Mayenda's always been better than him.
Okay, let's go on.
Do you remember when he signed last year and you didn't think that? Do you remember when you were like, I put him straight in the team, Isidore's going to be this, going to be that, going to be that? I didn't hear you going, Mayenda this, Mayenda that.
Anyway, let's go to the chat where people have said about their positions.
I'll just quickly ask Conrad this then before we move on. Right, you know Strad Larson from Wolves?
I wouldn't touch him with a barge ball.
Never mind. Well, what I was going to ask was, would you sell Isidore if it meant buying Strad Larson?
If Strand Larson was on a free, maybe. But seeing as them up the road offered 60 million from him and they said no, and now I think you'd be lucky to get.
Can I just point out, he played for the worst team in the league and has barely got any service. And the season before this, he was prolific for them.
He was also playing for like the fourth or fifth worst best team in the league last season.
Guys, we're gonna sell Isidore. We're gonna sell Isidore. And we're going to sign boom, 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 boom. He scores against the tune.
Honestly, I thought you were doing Jay Mateta because they play that song when he scores. And I was
right.
Paul
Spector says...
Would you sell Isidore if it meant signing Mateta?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Right, sorry, Mike.
Go on.
Would you sell Isidore if it meant signing him?
Shut up!
Yeah, absolutely.
Stop talking! Paul Spector says Europe.
The win, is it bedtime yet?
Right, give me a second. Right, ultimate power, mute. Right, there we go. Paul Spector says Europe, man.
What, man? Sorry.
Johnny Cool says top 10. Changing Crisis says Europe. Darren Elliott says top 10. We would win the conference and I would take that, says Harvey. John says top 10 Europe too soon. Owen Sarah says top 10. Gerard says sixth.
I like it.
Top 10, but Europe is a dream. Hope we do it. Jimmy Paddy says 10th is mint, would be dream of
I agree
Europe.
with Jimmy on that.
10th would be
Would be
wondrous.
fantastic still.
Europe, let's get carried away, man, says K. Dodd. John Swinney says FA Cup winners and top 10. That's a nice one. That's a nice result there. Mr. Bo Jingles says Europe. Jimmy Paddy says a Leeds YouTuber predicted we'll finish sixth.
This is Conor McGilligan he's on about. He did one where he predicts all of the Prem games for the rest of the season. So he doesn't actually predict the table consciously, but all of the results he predicted meant we finished sixth, basically. Yeah. Which I'd be buzzing with that if we ended up doing that easily.
Yeah, excellent. Right, I'm conscious of time and Wayne drifting off.
You are.
They're all interrupting me, Wayne. I'm trying to get through it. It's like herding sheep, blind ones
Wayne
at that.
Ready in character for his OnlyFans stint. Come on.
Exactly.
Right. Anyway,
I've got
a month's free subscription.
That's no bad again. I've got to get the ball tomorrow.
I try to move on.
That is terrible, Wayne. Going to ball.
Right. Go on then.
Yeah, you down the road. You can come in for a coffee. You'll be all right. Right. Let's go do very quickly West Ham then. Obviously, we had a great result against the Hammers at the Stadium of Light that kicked off our season in an absolute wondrous way. Can we repeat that? Are they going to be out for revenge? Is our away form or our black kit going to be the curse? Conrad, what do you think going into this one?
I think it'll be closer than we think. I think they're slightly improved than they were under Graham Potter when we faced them at the start, and they've had a few decent results in the last few weeks. I still think we can go there and win, but we're not going to get loads of goals because we don't like goals and we don't like our black kit either. So I think if I'm doing prediction now, I think we're going to win 1-0.
1-0. Okay, there you go. That was my prediction. You've already seen my predictions for this one. So 1-0 was my.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're talking bollocks.
What do you think going into Sunderland? What do you think going into this one, Michael?
I would have maybe said we're going to win, but the black kit's putting me off a bit because we don't score in that. So, all right, fine. I think it's going to be harder than people think it is. I think West Ham, obviously for this game, it's huge for them, isn't it? Because they want to try and stop up or have a chance of staying up. And I think they're 4 points. Is it 4 or 5 points? They're 5 points off Forest. So if they beat us, then they go within 2 points of them, I believe. So obviously, depending on how Forest get on. I've got a sneaky feeling, I don't know what it is. I've got a funny feeling it might end like a 0-0 or something because we don't like the black kit at all. So I'm going to go superstition. That's the only reason I'm going for 0-0, the black kit. But yeah, if we're wanting to look at top 10 or Europe, then you need to be winning this game, I think, really.
Okay. Wayne, going into this one?
Difficult game. I did a podcast yesterday with Ep20's own TV, and he was saying on there, James, that for them it's a must-win. You know, they've beat Spurs at the weekend. They need to start to build some momentum, and they have to get start to put that run together now with the run out of the game. So he sees that their game as a must-win. If we turn up like we have done in recent away games, then I think we'll struggle. But for me, a point to be happy down there. It'll be a good result. Any point away from
as long as we beat Burnley.
4 points at the next two for me. It'll be a good return. So I'm going to go for 1-1. I think we keep the same team. I think we keep the same team.
I'll just prove my evidence that I was 1-0.
Yeah, I was watching. I was taking the mic. Mike to actually put that.
For me.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Conrad, you went 1-0. So Michael Bowers, what was yours? Sorry, I missed yours.
I went 0-0 because
0-0 and 1-1. So we got 2 draws and 2 close victories. We've got faith in the black kit at least. Let's quickly get yours. There's not loads in there, so stop typing now. Darren Elliott's gone 2-2. Johnny Cool has gone 1-1. John Rosenbrier has gone 2-0 to the lads. Brobby to score both goals. Love that one. Cheeky 1-0. Scrappy away win, says Owen Sarah. The Fruit Veg has gone 2-0 to the lads. And Paul Armstrong has gone 1-1, I think. SJ's gone 1-1. Jimmy Parody's gone Desmond 2-2 all the way. And Steve Hewitt's gone a 2-0 away win. And Steve has gone for a 2-1 we will win. Brian Greener has gone 1-1 draw for me. And Stephen Taylor, any relation? No, Brian Greener Taylor, that was it. I was completely thrown then. 2-1 with Brobby and Mundell scoring. I'd like to see Mundell score. He's been a bit off when he's first started. Just get these last couple. Gerrard's gone 3-1 to Sunderland. Miles of Sunderland has gone 2-1. Changing Crisis has gone 1-0 to us. Paul Spector's gone 2-1. That looks like it's to them, but I assume it's for us. And 2-0 to us has gone John W. And 3-0 for me, says Miles Percival. There we go. That's it. Not reading anymore. So, but thank you for them ones. Lots of positives, a few draws in there. Yeah. I think
quite positive because I finally made it onto the leaderboard. I got one right the other day. So, Mike, you will enjoy this. There I am, sitting pretty above you in 19th place.
Look, he had to put himself above me on the same points.
Yes.
There's no goal.
Just think, you've been there since game week 1, and I've caught you up on game week 22.
Can I just point out, by the way, was I on 2 before Palace?
I think so. Did you have 2-1 Palace?
I went 2-1 Sunderland against Palace.
Did you? It wasn't on the preview video. I'll go back and check it.
Double check. I could be wrong.
Then, I'll go back and listen.
If I'm wrong, then my mistake.
I don't write them down anymore. They're all wrong. I just make it up as I go along.
On Saturday's game as well, what he was saying on the podcast was the atmosphere is very strange because you're 3 miles away from the pitch. So it'll be interesting to see what the atmosphere is like. Plus the early kick-off as well. that might have a bit of a negative effect. So
isn't there a protest idea going on with West Ham fans as well? They don't want to enter the stadium until the 15th minute or something.
Something like that, anyway.
Yeah, so I think it could help being at their place, weirdly, because of the toxicity around there.
And we're the loudest away fans going to any stadium anyway, and if it's empty for the first 15 minutes, that's going to be epic for our fans.
So we should be the home team for the first 15 minutes then.
Pretty much. I mean, we'll be the louder ones in there anyway, but yeah, it'll be interesting. We definitely need to do something with this away form. I think 3 wins for the next 3 games is going to rocket us up, and when those who we do not talk about.
Arsenal's in there, you know.
Then
I meant the 3 are predicted in
next
right.
game.
We'll beat Arsenal. We'll beat Arsenal anyway.
Arsenal as well,
yeah, we'll beat them all. It's a straight road to first place now. That's what it is.
Paul, you are on the board. I saw you. Hang on, you've got more than 1 point. That's why. Hang on, where are you? You're up there in 4th, mate. You're up there in 4th place. You were on 2 points, and you got that one there, so you're into 4th. So. I did spot that one. I've got everyone's who was on the preview video. It was just Michael Bowers that I might have missed.
Right. Excellent. I think that's pretty much it. Wayne, what's coming up on your channel soon?
So I've got the match preview coming out tomorrow at some point. I'll get up early in the morning before I head down to Bolton. That'll be on there. Match review, as always. Then there'll be just the usual shows next week. Bridging the Gap on the Tuesday, and then this next Wednesday. Then maybe there's a couple of shorts and a couple of transfer videos in between if anything happens. So,
no rest for the wicked.
So they say.
What's coming up on Michael Bowers 541?
Well, hopefully a happy video at the weekend after West Ham, but we shall see. Just one quick thing. Sorry?
Are you going down?
I'm trying to see if I can find a ticket last minute, but if I can, then I think it's quite unlikely. So I will be watching it, but you know, if I can go down, great. But I'll be surprised if I did. Just one quick thing to say, Conrad, and you'll find this funny. 6 years ago, 6 years ago today, we signed back to Bailey Wright on loan.
I did see that, yeah.
Cracking player.
So Conrad will remember. Conrad will remember those days of fan TV going back to Bailey Wright.
And then it's back to Dan Ballard now, but we don't tend to do that anymore.
Back to Ballard was a thing for a long time.
Yeah, back to Bailey Wright. Can we stop passing it back to Bailey Wright? Why have we had possession for 20
then we
minutes?
passed to Tom Flanagan. Alan Ozturk hoops it into Rosette.
Oh, Ozturk. Okay.
I loved Bailey Wright. I loved him.
I did as well.
Excellent. So previews and afters at the game on your channel, then Michael Bowers. If you're not going down there, you'll be doing some little videos, I assume.
Well, yeah, there'll be content of some description around it.
Really sells it, doesn't it?
Yeah, but anyway, no, honestly, I love these guys' debates. Thanks very much for everyone who watches the insanity unfold, and it's absolutely fantastic. So, let's hope it's a happy show next week.
Conrad, I'm doing a live for the game. But what else have we got coming up?
Preview video probably coming out on Friday. So get your predictions into that one if you want to be entered into our league, like these four. But anyway, are onto it there as well. And then probably review after the match. And then if there's any transfer news that we need to read out that we like to just go, look at what this bullshit says, then we'll probably end up doing a video on that one as well over the next few days as well.
We'll be milking this bollocks till the end of January.
We've both got families. This is what we have to deal with.
Big shout out to Reynildo. Happy birthday today.
What a guy. So good to have him back.
So it's good to shout that out. I wanted to say that. And the only other thing I wanted to say...
Wayne's talking.
I was just about to say also as well, RIP David Young, who was part of the 1973 squad who passed away last week. So I think he was sub on the 73 Cup final when you allowed one sub in the FA Cup them days. He was sub, so RIP David Young.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I think somebody did comment that very early on and I missed that one, but yeah, thank you for that. The only last thing I'll mention is, sorry guys, but I'm doing a charity thing again this year, but this year it's for the Bradley Lowry Foundation. So it's a great cause, as you all know, so I don't have to explain any of that to you. We've put the links in some of the videos. I'm just going to post the link to my video explaining what I'm doing. It's the West Highland Way, 96 miles on foot, wild camping, the whole lot, to raise money for charity. So anything you can give will be appreciated into that.
It's not the first time you've done something like this.
The links will also be in my videos as well for that. So if anybody wants to put them in.
Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that. So that's it. Nothing more to say. Thank you very much for joining us all. Don't forget to subscribe, whichever channel you're watching on, and take the time to go to the other channels because they all give up the time to do this. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. And I haven't got the button. There you go. Just keep waving. Keep waving. Keep waving. Keep waving. Bye.
Midweek Mackems, we're back on the show. Talking Sunderland and everything you know. Conrad's got the numbers, proper stats machine.